Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast for people who love books, real physical paper books. My name is Alex, and I'm so excited to share my passion for reading with you. In this episode, I'm going to talk about why I love paper books and why I prefer them over ebooks. If you are a book lover like me, or if you are just curious about why someone would choose paper over Kindle, this episode is for you. Let's get started. The feeling of a book in your hands. First, let's talk about the feeling of holding a book. There is something special about it, don't you think? The weight of the book, the texture of the pages, the sound when you turn a page, it's all part of the experience. When I hold a book, I feel connected to the story in a way that I don't with an ebook. It's like the book becomes a part of me. I can touch it, smell it, and even hear it. Yes, smell it. I love the smell of a new book. It's fresh and exciting. And the smell of an old book. It's like history in your hands. Ebooks are convenient, sure, but they don't give me that same feeling. Holding a tablet or a phone just isn't the same. It's cold and impersonal. A paper book, on the other hand, feels alive. No distractions. Another reason I love paper books is that they help me focus. When I read an ebook, I'm always tempted to check my messages, scroll through social media, or look something up online. There are so many distractions. But with a paper book, it's just me and the story. I can lose myself in the words without worrying about notifications or emails. It's like a little escape from the digital world. I think this is especially important for beginners. If you are just starting to read in English, it's easier to concentrate when you are not surrounded by distractions. Paper books create a quiet space where you can really focus on the language. Easy on the eyes. Let's talk about eye strain. Reading on a screen for too long can hurt your eyes. I know this from experience. After a few hours of reading on my phone or tablet, my eyes feel tired and dry. But with paper books, I don't have that problem. The pages are easy to read even in bright sunlight, and I don't have to worry about blue light or screen glare. It's much more comfortable, especially if you like to read for long periods of time. The beauty of bookshelves. One of my favorite things about paper books is how they look on a bookshelf. A bookshelf full of books is like a treasure chest. Each book has its own story, not just inside the pages, but also in how it came to be on my shelf. Some books are gifts from friends, others I bought on trips or found in secondhand shops. Every time I look at my bookshelf, I'm reminded of those moments. It's like a map of my life. Ebooks don't give me that same sense of history. They are just files on a device. They don't have the same personality or charm. Sharing books with others. Another great thing about paper books is that they are easy to share. If I read a book I love, I can lend it to a friend or family members. It's a way to connect with others and share stories. I remember one time I lent my favorite novel to my best friend. When she returned it, we spent hours talking about the characters and the ending. It was such a special moment, and it wouldn't have happened with an ebook. Ebooks are harder to share. You can just hand them to someone, and even if you send them a file, it's not the same as giving them a physical book. The joy of collecting. I love collecting books. It's like building my own little library. Every time I buy a new book, I feel a sense of excitement. Where will I put it on my shelf? How will it look next to the other books? Collecting ebooks isn't the same. They are just icons on a screen. There is no physical presence, no sense of accomplishment. And let's not forget about secondhand books. I love browsing through secondhand bookshops. You never know what you'll find, an old classic, a rare edition, or a book with someone else's notes in the margins. It's like a treasure hunt. The ritual of reading. Reading a paper book is a ritual. It starts with choosing the book, finding a comfortable spot, and maybe making a cup of tea. Then, as I read, I can feel the pages turning, the story unfolding. It's a sensory experience. I can see the words, feel the paper, and even hear the sound of the pages. It's a full body experience that ebooks just can't replicate. Why I'll always choose paper books. So, why do I love paper books? It's not just one thing, it's everything. The feeling of holding a book, the lack of distractions, the beauty of a bookshelf, the joy of sharing and collecting. Vocabulary. Notification. A message or signal that informs you about something. Example. I got a notification on my phone that I had a new email. Second-hand. Something that has been previously owned or used by someone else. Example. I bought a second-hand car. Distraction refers to something that takes your attention away from what you are trying to focus on. Example. My phone is a big distraction when I'm trying to study. Personality refers to the combination of characteristics or qualities that form an individual's distinctive character. Example. His quiet personality makes him a good listener. Paper books are more than just stories. They are objects of art, pieces of history, and sources of comfort. They are a way to connect with the past, with others, and with myself. I know ebooks are convenient, and I understand why people like them. But for me, nothing can replace the magic of a paper book. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on paper books versus ebooks. Do you prefer one over the other? Let me know. Until next time, happy reading, and remember, every book is an adventure waiting to happen.